Hey everyone, I am Hopefighter from 4FS Gaming and welcome to Apex Legends. Today we will be taking an in-depth look into the Wingman Pistol, including damage numbers, reload times and attachments, as well as some of the more hidden stats that aren't immediately obvious. But first things first. Since this is my first video on this channel, I think I should introduce myself. I am Hopefighter and I will be working with the other members of 4FS from now on to bring you some additional content. Don't worry, Ascendance isn't going anywhere. I prefer to analyze the mechanics and numbers of games, not only limited to weapons, but for game mechanics as a whole, and will try my best to bring those numbers to you. With that out of the way, let's get back to the topic at hand. The Wingman is a semi-automatic revolver pistol that shoots heavy ammo with high potential at any range, but is probably best used in close quarters due to its impressive hip-firing accuracy. It comes with 3 attachment slots, one each for a heavy magazine, a scope, and the scope piercer hop-up. By default, the Wingman does 41 damage to the limbs, 45 damage to the body, and 90 damage to the head, which increases to 105 damage with the scope piercer hop-up installed, a number comparable to sniper rifles. The projectile travels with a speed of about 667 meters per second. This combined with its laser-accurate aimed shots make the Wingman an effective sniper substitute, but only to those that aim well enough, since it only has access to the HCOG and hololines of optics, as well as the digital thread optics, making the largest possible magnification the 3 times HCOG Ranger. When hip firing, the Wingman is very accurate. We analyze this by firing 100 shots at a target from 20 meters away and then looking at the impact holes. After tallying up the total, we came to the result that, while the Wingman is extremely accurate, it has a slight tendency to hit the upper left corner of the crosshair. Which brings us to the Wingman's greatest weakness, its low ammo capacity, since it can only fire 6 shots before needing to reload. Of course, this can be offset by the extended magazines, which increase the magazine size to 8, 9 or 12 for level 1, 2 or 3 magazines respectively. The magazines also affect the reload time of the Wingman. The base reload speed of the Wingman is 2 seconds regardless of whether its magazine has been completely emptied or not. This time can be improved by the use of the level 2 or 3 extended magazine, although only slightly. The reload with the rare extended magazine is lowered by around 250 milliseconds to 1.75 seconds, while with the use of the epic extended magazine, this is lowered by a total of 340 milliseconds, resulting in a reload time of 1.66 seconds. Lastly, we are going to talk about the Wingman's fire rate and DPS. When firing the Wingman as fast as possible, it is capable of firing 3.6 shots per second, which means you have to wait 0.28 seconds in between shots. Calculating the DPS of a weapon is not completely trivial, as there are multiple factors to consider. As such, we have compiled a list of DPS numbers for multiple different engagements and loadout configurations. Simple DPS refers to the damage the Wingman is capable of outputting when ammo and reload times are not an issue, and reflect the damage output in short fights, while effective DPS is the average damage output over a longer period of sustained fire. As you can see, the different magazine levels have a significant impact on the effective DPS, due to the higher ammo capacity combined with the improved reload times. Please keep in mind that these numbers do not reflect on the overall kill potential, but rather on the potential damage output when the weapon is fired. This concludes the sheer number analysis of the Wingman, and I will now tell you what I think of it, more based on my personal experience with it, rather than on actual fact. Personally, I think the Wingman is one of the best weapons in Apex Legends, but definitely the best pistol currently in the game. Its high damage per shot, combined with its nice fire rate, is really nice for taking down targets quickly. It just feels really great to just down an enemy with a few well-aimed shots, and since ammo is rarely a problem with this gun, it is superb for the early game in particular. And while I will probably exchange it for a weapon like the Mastiff or the Kraber should I find them, it is a weapon I am not afraid to keep later into the game, be it as a main weapon or a backup. Long story short, I really like the Wingman. If you have liked this analysis, make sure to like the video and subscribe to 4FS Gaming. If you have further questions, you can also join our Discord community, the link for which can be found in the description. As this is my first video of this type, feel free to leave feedback and suggestions on the next weapon I should cover in the comments section below.